What's the weirdest first date you've ever had?
I drove 2 hours to a first date with a guy I met online. We'd been texting for a month, and he waited until the day of our first date to tell me he's deaf. We had an awkward lunch of writing notes to each other on a notebook he brought. We had 0 things in common. Afterwards, he drove me to his house just to show off his gun collection. Then he took me back to my car so I could drive 2 hours home. He tried to kiss me, but I didn't want to lead him on, so I pulled away. Later that day, he texted to ask if I was a virgin because he thought I was super shy and nervous the whole time, when really I was super uncomfortable. I was a dumb 19-year-old and he was 25. I felt super taken advantage of, and I'll never forget it.
I went out on a first date with a girl about 25 years ago. I went and purchased new jeans, new shirt, shoes, got a haircut. I was CK'd. We went out for sushi, and we had a nice time. Afterwards, we decided to go to a bar she liked and listen to some music. We get to the bar and we get seats and I order drinks from the bartender, and continue chatting up my date. I noticed that she had become very quiet, sort of intense. I keep yapping away, when the bartender returns and slams our drinks in front of us with such intensity half my beer sloshed out of the glass onto the bar. My date says, "You're an asshole," to the bartender. "Bartender, you're a fucking whore." My jaw dropped and I said, "Hey. WTF? Bartender says, "I'm her BF. We're my BF. I realized I was being used to piss off her ex. I said I needed to use the restroom, and excused myself. I left. About 10 years ago I saw their wedding announcement in the paper.
Mine is with a guy that I met from Bumble. We met up at a Starbucks and he talked non-stop about himself for 2 hours. I barely got to say a few sentences that entire time. I didn't even get to order anything to drink because I felt bad to interrupt him. He didn't even get up or order any coffee for himself. So I felt stuck sitting there and listening to this man. I wondered how he was able to speak for 2 hours without having anything to drink. He must have been really thirsty afterward, lol. Also, he was a lot shorter in person. He put in his profile that he was 5 feet 8 inches when in reality he was probably 5 feet 4 inches.